Is your website getting a lot of traffic, but not nearly enough conversions? Well, then today's episode is absolutely going to be for you. I'm Roy Furr. This is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets, and it's Mailbox Monday, although it's going to be a little bit of a different Mailbox Monday, as you're going to see here in a second. Well, if you're getting a lot of traffic and no conversions, I want to talk to you about what might be wrong. Today's question, it's not actually out of my mailbox. It's out of a private conversation that I was having with somebody who basically, they built this website, and it was a fairly successful website, getting a lot of traffic because they did a lot of search engine optimization and a lot of content marketing, and they had attracted the attention of the search engines. But they were getting a ton of traffic, but like a 0.05% conversion rate, just like really tiny amount of conversions relative to the amount of traffic coming to their website. And I get it. It's super frustrating. And when I looked at their website, well, I thought, it doesn't surprise me at all. And so I want to talk through this from a principles and strategies perspective first, in a way that I believe will help you solve this problem if it's a challenge that you have dealt with. So for this, because like I said, we're going to the principles first, I want to talk about the secret to profitable digital marketing. And stick with me for a second. We're going to do a little history lesson. In the 1990s, when there was the whole dot-com boom, right? The dot-com era, basically companies were getting huge, insane valuations, huge, insane investment raises based on the fact that they just had a website or they had .com in their name. It didn't matter if they had a good business model. And so they would just put whatever .com and they would make a ton of money from investors. Well, that eventually blew up, right? And that was the .com bomb, the crash in the early 2000s. And around that same time, in fact, I think it was in 2000 or 2001, Ken McCarthy started doing the System Seminar. Now, Ken had actually put on the very first internet marketing seminar back in 1994. He was my second freelance client. Really impressive guy in terms of his understanding of internet marketing. Well, he was putting on this thing called the System Seminar, and he taught this equation, a fairly simple equation: traffic plus conversions equals profit. So if you want to be profitable online, if you want to be successful online in digital marketing, you need traffic and you need conversions. And some of the .com companies had a ton of traffic. Some did not, right? Some had just .com in their name and not even a website up. But the whole point is, if you want to be profitable online, you need traffic and conversions. And so Ken taught that. The System Seminar ran for like 10 years. It was the place where most of the people who are now internet marketing gurus learned, or they learned from somebody who learned from Ken. Like that, everybody's lineage goes back to Ken. Well, Perry Marshall, who's well known as the Google AdWords guy and all sorts of other things, 80/20 sales and marketing. In his book, 80/20 sales and marketing, he shared the tactical triangle. Perry was a faculty at the System Seminar with Ken, knows Ken well, and he teaches the tactical triangle. Well, so this is beyond traffic and conversions. It's traffic plus conversions plus economics. It's a triangle. All leads to profits, and better traffic, better conversions, more conversions, better economics, more economics. Like all of those things can contribute to making your advertising more profitable. And part of the reason that it's so important to add economics today is because you can spend a ton of money on traffic, and traffic does get expensive online. And if you don't have the economics of your customer lifecycle, all of that figured out, yeah, okay, cool. But let's go back to the lots of traffic, no conversions question here. So what's going on? To some degree, this person did recognize, okay, I have a ton of traffic. I'm not getting conversions. Give them that credit. But why aren't they having conversions? You get a bunch of traffic. Why is it not converting? Well, the answer, when I was looking at their site, to me was pretty obvious. Not all traffic is equal. So the vast majority of the people who were going to their site were not going because of the product, the service, whatever was being sold at this site. They were actually going for blog posts. They were going for information. And this person doesn't sell information. They sell a valuable service. And so the people would go for the information, but then the information was kind of independent from the service. And so they would consume the information and they would leave because the service wasn't relevant to them. And so like, let me give you some completely different example, right? Because analytics, the number of visitors that come to your website does not tell the whole story. So one person could land on an article on your site because they are, I don't know, like a student researching researching a topic, right? They could be a high school student researching a topic, or they could be somebody who's doing holiday shopping, and for whatever reason, they end up landing on your site. Like I had a happy holidays graphic that was on my site that for whatever reason, one year Google decided to put as #1 on the Google image search for happy holidays. So I was getting a ton of traffic that had nothing to do with marketing, selling, copywriting, all of that, right? And as soon as I figured it out, I said, actually I'm going to tell Google not to index this image and try and stop that traffic because it wasn't valuable to me to get that traffic to my website. On the other hand, somebody could be coming who is the ideal client, the ideal customer, and they could be landing on the exact same page, right? They could be somebody who is ready, willing, and able to spend $100,000 with your business and landing on the same page, right? And so you have to figure out who is visiting your website. And there's a lot of people in the SEO industry who their success metric is traffic, right? And so they'll do just garbage SEO trying to drive a ton of traffic to your website, but it has nothing to do with generating revenue. And I think it's kind of garbage SEO if you're going to do it that way, because ultimately, if you are going to pay someone for SEO, or if you're going to invest your time and energy into doing SEO content, you want that content to drive people into your conversion systems, right? And you want that content to be designed to attract the right kind of traffic. So, how do you convert that traffic once they get to your website? Well, I'm going to say here's how not to convert most SEO traffic. It's with a direct offer. And by that, I mean like, here is a coupon for our services, right? Here's a coupon for our product. Since you landed on this article that was only wildly tangentially related to our product, here's a coupon for our product. And, when I was looking at the website, that's basically what this person had going on. And it made sense to me. It did not surprise me that this website was having trouble converting people to leads, to customers, to sales, to profits, right? So what do you do? What do you do if you want to convert the traffic? Well, let's go back to Robert Collier Letterbook. This was somebody who was making a fortune, made $1 million in direct mail in 1930s money in the Great Depression. And he teaches, among many other things, that you have to enter the conversation already in their head. You have to enter the conversation already in their head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume that all this, valuable SEO traffic is still coming through to the site. Well, if those people are coming through to the site, they're visiting the site, my question is, what conversation is going on in their head when they are engaging with those articles? And so let's play a game of connect the dots here. The first dot is this traffic, right? That's arriving, or it's this SEO article that they're landing on, right? That is whatever content is already engaging to them, whatever content they're searching for. That's the first dot. The last dot is interest in trying your product, like buying your product for the first time, right? There are a series of dots in between. That is the conversation in their head. You say, what is the next dot and the next dot and the next dot that gets us to buying the product, right? And so you need to think through that. You need to think through that because somebody may be showing up at the site with some like vague interest in something, right? But they're not ready to buy, right? They only recognize that they maybe want the result that thing that the article is about is going to give them. And so we get to the Eugene Schwartz market awareness model. Every prospect goes through these stages of awareness. First, they're unaware of the problem that they want to have solved. Then they become problem aware. They become aware that they want to solve this problem, right? And then they become solution aware. They're aware that there is a specific solution out there. Then they become you aware, like they are aware of you, your company, your offer, your product, your service. And then they become deal ready. And so if you try to take someone from like unaware into the problem aware area all the way to deal ready, you're going to struggle there. You're not going to get as many conversions as you want. And so you have to say like, okay, if they arrive on this, they're trying to solve a specific problem. What is that problem? How can I present them with a solution to the problem? Say, oh, if you're having this challenge, if you want more conversions from your website, let me teach you how to create more conversions from your website. Okay, cool. If you want, this particular thing, let me teach you how to get this particular thing. If you want a relationship with your customer, let me teach you how to get a relationship with your customer. If you want, if you want a better fitness program, if you want to understand the secrets to fitness programs that get results, if you want whatever it is, right? Let me teach you that. Okay. And then there you have a solution aware prospect, or actually have more of a problem aware prospect that is looking for a solution. And so in whatever piece of content that is that comes along next, you lay out the problem, you lay out the potential solution, and you tell them about your product, your service, your offer, right? And then they become deal ready. And so you have to walk them through that market awareness model. You have to walk them through that. So how I would solve the traffic no conversions problem for this particular person that I was speaking with, first I would minimize the direct offer. I wouldn't try to take them from unaware to like deal ready all in one go. Like they land on my website, there's a ton of traffic landing on my website. Okay, I'm just gonna give these people a coupon, right? I would ask what the ideal customer wants, what the result is, what the problem is that they want to have solved, right? And I would identify what solution that is not exclusive to my product, but that includes my product, I might want to offer them, right? And I'm going to typically give that to them in some kind of information, in some kind of education. And it could even be like an advertorial, but like a new article that they go to that is designed more as a conversion piece to funnel them towards the desire to try your product for the first time, right? But you're going to want to find some kind of low threshold offer. That's something that's really easy to respond to give to them. It could just be the next article that they click on. That's super low threshold. It could be some kind of free report, some kind of free guide, some kind of free content, right? Where they just have to give their email address. It could be, a 3-day micro course or 5-day micro course. It could be a free plus shipping offer where you offer to give them something for free, if it makes sense, where all they have to do is pay shipping. It could be a welcome mat offer, some low ticket offer that's really just designed to get them into your system. Now, I'm using a lot of language there that should make sense to a lot of my longtime subscribers, but basically what I'm looking for is some easy way for the people who are in that traffic, who are good ideal customers, to raise their hand and say, yeah, I'm interested. And you might need to test, 5 or 10 different offers. And I'm not saying necessarily things that they would have to pay for, but 5 or 10 different articles that just pop up. Want to know more about XYZ? Go here, right? And then that XYZ, you would test 5 or 10 different things to figure out what is the most appropriate thing, what thing would be the most interesting to them, right? And then you send them there, and you perhaps at this point you're getting an email address, perhaps at this point you're getting them to actually buy something, right? Or perhaps you're just getting the ability to retarget them for a future purchase, right? Through retargeting platforms, Google Ads, Facebook, etc. The whole point is, what we need to do is we need to walk people through that awareness. Like we need to create the dots that they are going to connect that lead them from wherever they are when they are engaging with the initial content on the site, all the way up to the point where they are ready to try the product for the first time. And that's how I would approach this lots of traffic, no conversions problem, especially for a situation like this, when there is, a ton of success with SEO that's not actually turning into money in the bank. So your call to action at the end of this episode is to ask yourself, number one, how can you use this? What lessons here are your takeaways? What are your action items? Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can do that here. You can also go to breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com. That link is in the description to sign up for my daily emails. I will include a link to ask me your question for it to potentially be featured in an upcoming Mailbox Monday episode. And if you want my direct help in terms of helping you solve your big business challenges, I do offer fractional CMO and copy chief services for direct response marketers. That link is in the description as well. I offer a free intro call just to see if we are a fit and it's worth having a deeper conversation. I'm Roy Furr. This is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. I'll see you again in the next episode. See you soon. Thank you once again for tuning in to this daily episode of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Remember, check out the links with this episode for even more value. Now make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and engage in every way you can to keep this show going and growing and delivering daily value to you. I'll catch you soon for your next big breakthrough.